In this video, we're going to show you how to build the tip calculator that we were previously talking about. So what we're going to try to do is first we're going to ask the user for what the total bill was. Then we're going to ask the user for how much they want to tip. And then we're going to tell the user how much the tip is, and then tell the user how much the total bill is. So the first step here is we want to create a new variable and call it check amount. Then we want to ask the user for the total bill amount. What is your bill? So let's try that out and see if it works. Oh, what did I do? I forgot the what is this? Looks like I put the little parenthesis thing before the quotation. So in coding, it's very important to pay attention to detail. Otherwise, you'll get lots of little errors like this. So let's try this again. And here we go. Say $80. And now when we go in here and we write check amount, it says $80. So that works. The important thing to note here is that the 80 is coming in with double quotations, which means it's a string, not a number. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to convert this from a string to a number. So let's just clear this out real quick and press the up arrow to get back to what we typed in before. And then we're going to just come over here and we're going to use the parse int method that we learned in the previous lesson. So just parse int and then put this all in parentheses. So now when we try this, it should do the same thing, but it should return a number. So let's try 80 again. And then we're going to come in here and write check amount. And if you just type in CH, this will automatically pull up different words that you might be trying to type. So you can just press return and it'll automatically write what you were supposed to or what you were thinking about writing. So now, as you can see, when we write check amount here, it returns the number 80 versus the string 80. This will allow us to use calculations off of this that will come in handy later. All right, so now let's do this again. Press the up arrow until we get to the prior keys. And now we're going to write more code. So to do this without running the code, again, press shift, then return. All right, so now what we want to do is create a variable for the amount that the user wants to tip. We're going to call it var tip percent equals, and we're just going to do basically the same thing as above, parse int, and prompt the user for what is the tip amount. We're going to say, please put in percentage as a number. And we're going to do one parentheses to close off the prop, and you can see here the little underline shows us that this parentheses matches with that parentheses. We're going to do another parentheses, and you see how it matches with that parentheses, and then semicolon. So now this should ask the user what the bill is and what the tip percent is. So then the next step is we want to calculate what the actual tip is going to be. So we'll press shift return again and create another variable called var tip, and we're going to make that equal to check amount. We're going to multiply it by the tip percent, and then we're going to divide that by 100. That way it's a percentage. And then we're going to do semicolon again. Make sure there's semicolons after each line, otherwise this code won't work. And then we're going to press shift and return. And now we're going to tell the user first what the tip amount is. So we're going to say alert, and we're going to say your tip is, and then we're going to put in the tip. So again, what this is doing is this is telling the user your tip is, and this is a string, and then it's concatenating it with the variable tip, and this is going to be a number. So let's just press return here to see if it works. So what is your bill? 80. How much do you want to tip? We'll put in 20, and that returns 16. So 20% of 80 is 16, so it looks like that works. And now we can just go in here, press the up arrow again, and I'll retype in everything that we had before, and it looks here, just to fix this. This is actually a period, not a question mark. So then we're going to go to the end of the line code here. I'm going to press shift return again. Now we're going to create another variable called total. It's going to be equal to tip plus check amount. And then semicolon. And accidentally ran the code instead of pressing shift plus enter. So I'll just do that real quick. Tip 16 still works. Come back here, press the up arrow again, come back to our code. Now press shift return, and I'll do alert, and your bill total is total. Parentheses, semicolon. Again, always important to remember your parentheses and your semicolons, and make sure these are in the right spots. So now we're going to try this again and see if our program works. Press return. What is your bill? Put in 80. What is the tip amount? Put in 20%. Tip is 16. And your bill total is 96, which is correct, the 80 plus the 16. So that's it for the tip calculator. Hope you join me for the next lesson.